Guys, Quiet Secret and Richard Swear here, bringing you Skyrim's Secret Library.
Book 7 A Gentleman's Guide to Whiterun by Michael the Bard. Welcome, good sir, to this indispensable guide. Within these pages I, your humble author and guide, will describe to you the great city of Whiterun, the jewel of the north. Whiterun offers numerous diversions for the man in search of adventure, fortune, and companionship, whether for a night or for a lifetime. The city is graced with not one, but two worthy taverns, and there are amazing wenches aplenty. The city is located rather centrally in Skyrim, and this is well, for it's not far from anywhere. Perched high upon a rocky hill, Whiterun dominates the grassy plain that surrounds it. High wooden walls protecting its denizens from the wolves, mammoths, bandits, and other dangers lurking beyond. When you first enter through the city's main gate, you will find yourself in the Plains district. This is so named because it's the lowest of the city's three neighborhoods. But there can be found the Bannered Mare, which I count among the finest taverns in all of Skyrim. The scenery, which is quite compelling if you have an eye for the fairer sex. A stout lass named Holly attends to the bar. Don't let that story of North exterior fool you, for she is possessed by that fiery passion that all North women try so hard to conceal. Sadia, the barmaid, is an ecstatic red-guard beauty. She is quite mysterious, and the humble author is determined to learn her secrets. Outside the Bannered Mare is a modest marking place, and here is where I found true love. Though I would never deter a fellow hunting hound from her chase. For indeed, why should the author of these tomes, if not provide guidance in this very matter? I must ask you to do this one kindness. Her name is Carlotta Valentia, and she is a magnificent beauty who makes the modest living selling bread and produce in the daylight hours. By the gods, I will make that feisty beauty mine someday. And of course there are other services to be found in the Plains district. Bellafor's general goods offers various and sundry wares for the adventurous traveler, and Arcadia's Cauldron will offer what tonics and herbs one may expect from an apothecary's shop. Arcadia herself is an amiable sort. I often visit her to make conversation, as she is a fellow Imperial, far from home. She is, however, a bit old for my taste. A gentleman of advanced years might find her a worthy companion. Should you need your blade sharpened or your armor hammered, war maidens offer smithing service very near the main gate. The smith is a pretty Nord named Adriana Venici, which is married to a great hulking brute named Ulbert Warbear. Adriana is quite fair. I should not want to find myself being introduced to the keen edge of that husband's war axe. If married ladies are your preferred sport, then have at, but don't say you weren't warned. Near the smith is the drunken huntsman. Here are some wealthier gentlemen gathered to share both drink and rumours of the wide world. If you prefer a more distinguished class of company, well, you sip fine wine, you'll be well at home there. Of the Wind District, I have little to say. Most of the buildings in this second tier of the city are residences. There is also the Temple of Kinneret and Jorvaskar, the mead hall of the companions. There are some intriguing prospects to be found in a mead hall, should you favor a strong and fearless warrior woman. You will find a little game at the temple, however. The priestess, Danica Purespring, is interested almost exclusively in spiritual matters. At last we come to the Cloud District, exclusive domain of the Jarl's castle. I had some merry adventures within the stone walls of Dragonsreach, let me tell you. The serving girls are most easily impressed by a well-spoken Imperial. After all, the nights in Skyrim do grow quite cold, if you take my meaning. And I will not deny that I have visited the town's jail once or twice, which can be found in the lower levels of the palace. As for the Jarl in this court, take pains to avoid if they find that they lack any sense of humor or appreciation for the imperial culture. Besides which, they are all wealthy men, and so must be viewed as your most serious competition. These Nord are simple folks, after all, and too easily swayed by the sight of fine clothes and a purse full of septums. Now I will conclude this work by wishing you a great success in your pursuits of women and wine. Spare a moment in your revels to think of me, your humble offer, and the risks I have taken to bring you this most thorough report on all the things of interest to the discerning gentleman in the grand city of Whiterun. But I will not lie and say it was all a hardship. After all, who could want to sleep alone in such a cold and hard land as this? Not I.